We do like yoga.
Okay, rewind. I'm Martin Saison from B Sports Science.
I'm Ethan Go, BA Philosophy.
I'm Raffo, the Public Administration.
I'm Patty, BS Industrial Engineering.
And
we are from the UP
Varsity Swim Team.
We are from the UP Varsity Swim Team.
What first inspired you to take up swimming and at what age did you start?
So, I started swimming because my parents put me into the sport and my older brother was also in swimming.
For me, what inspires me to swim is the question. So I started swimming when I was like maybe 8 years old, and the reason why I first got into the sport really was my family. So my lolo used to swim, and then my sisters ended up swimming, my parents. My dad specifically. So I guess from a young age, that was like the sport that was kind of known already to my family. So it was kind of automatic, and it just ended up being the sport that I kind of ended up enjoying.
So I started swimming at 5 years old, and my parents put me into the sport for health purposes. And yeah, I used to have asthma kasi before. And yeah, initially yun na talaga yung reason kung ba't ako nag-swim. And eventually, I learned to love the sport. Yeah, and a different level.
And I started swimming when I was 5 in kindergarten. And the reason why my parents put me in swimming was because of my siblings who do swimming. And from then till now, I enjoy the feeling of the water.
How do you manage the pressure of expectations from coaches, teammates, and supporters?
For me, malaking tulong talaga yung support system ng UPFC. It's a kind of support that does not pressure you. Parang alam mo na they're willing to support you, but hindi ka nila, like, you're not gonna be disappointed even if you fail. And yeah, that's the kind of support that I believe all athletes should be given. Kasi pressure is necessary, but it helps us perform well. But there's a certain amount of pressure na minsan it's too much for us to handle na it actually mas pinapapangit pa yung performance natin. And I believe na yung environment sa team namin, it really helps with it helps us to manage yung pressure.
I think just to add on to that, I think we have our team culture is very, we know how to enjoy while also putting in the work. So I think in that sense, it helps us manage the pressure that we have. Let's say coming into the UPFC season, knowing that, for example, our women's is the defending champion, and now we're also defending a podium place. We know that in the work that we put in, we're just enjoying also what we do, especially with the team in our sport. And I think from that, we're able to thrive as a team because, yun nga, although there's pressure, we're also enjoying what we're doing.
What legacy do you want to leave behind as a member of the UP swim?
The legacy I wanted to leave behind UP Varsity Swim Team is to treat the team as a family and to treat each other as family too. Like, kahit juniors pa yan or freshies or sophomores, they're still family. And I want to leave a part. I want to leave a symbol of unity since I view the team as one.
Yeah, I think also similar with Martin, I think the legacy that like I personally want for the team is yun nga, to remain the culture of that family and the enjoying, because although we're competitive, I don't want it to be in a way that's toxic na we're putting pressure on each other, like we're only in the team to win. If we're not winning, then we're not a team. I don't want that. And I think as us being the older members in the team, I think that's something that we can help um, maintain help bring in as our legacy, parang to maintain this culture and keep it going and introduce it to the younger generation.
There's a certain image of BST in uh, sa mga tao. Like, during UAAP, yung swimming team talaga, UPFC, specifically, kami yung mapapansin ng crowd na we're the best crowd in UAAP. And kitang-kita yung like, how the team supports each other na kahit yung iba magka-compete din naman, nag-cheer pa rin sila. They still give effort in cheering.
That in the work that we put in, we're just enjoying also what we do, especially with the team in our sport. And I think from that, we're able to thrive as a team because yun nga, although there's pressure, we're also enjoying what we're doing.
What legacy do you want to leave behind as a member of the UP men's team?
The legacy I wanted to leave behind UP Varsity is to treat the team as a family and to treat each other as family too. Like, kahit, kahit, kahit juniors pa yan or freshies or commerce, they're still family. And I want to leave a part, I want to leave a symbol of unity since I view the team as one.
Yeah, I think also similar with Martin, I think the legacy that like I personally want for the team is yun nga, to remain the culture of that family and the enjoying because although we're competitive, I don't want it to be um, in a way that's toxic na we're putting pressure on each other like we're only in the team to win. If we're not winning, then we're not a team. I don't want that, and I think um, as us being the older members in the team, I think that's something that we can help maintain help bring in as our legacy, parang to maintain this culture and keep it going and introduce it to the younger generation.
There's a certain image of BST in sa mga tao. Like, during UAAP, yung swimming team talaga, UPBST, specifically, kami yung mapapansin ng crowd na we're the best crowd in UAAP. And kitang-kita yung like, how the team supports each other na kahit yung iba magka-compete din naman, nag-cheer pa rin sila. They still give effort in cheering.
How did the support from the UP community impact your performance last season in 86?
I think for us, like UP being a public institution, a lot of the fundraising lies in our hands, especially our management and our officers. So I think one way that the UP community really supports us is helping us raise those funds to be able to arrange our equipment and our food for the meet. I think without that support, like especially from the OASD and offices like that, like the titas and titas, we really wouldn't have the same comfort that we have in competing. We definitely have struggles in being able to even like eat recovery meals and stuff like that. So in that sense, I think them being a part of the UP community, it really is a key factor in making us compete at the highest level.
Yeah, just to add on to what Rapo said. No, like, yeah, yung fundraisers that we do, for me, it would be as successful if it weren't for the UP community. Kasi honestly, like, naisip ko lang na if I was like offered to, or like if I was invited to participate in one of the fundraisers, parang I wouldn't. But then, that's why I'm really thankful to the to UP community na they understand how much we need the support, and yeah, I can feel na they're really joining our fundraisers because they want to help us.
Sorry, can I add? I think also apart from fundraising, I think just the general support, like when we're competing and we see like these like UP orgs are like making pubs of us, parang in the team meetings, and then we're like, oh wow, you're on the cover, stuff like that. So I think that's like small parts of motivation for us. Na parang even if we don't see it directly, the UP community is always cheering for us, and I think that goes the same for all the athletes.
Yeah, I was gonna say more from I mean, because Rafa was talking about the logistical things like fundraising and all of that, but from a more like emotional point of view, we got support from, like you said, so many social media platforms, and people seem to enjoy like our TikToks and stuff like that. And then even the pep squad was there on all 4 days. Not all the other colleges had a pep squad and like drums for all the days, so it was really different for us because we had that support all throughout, and we really enjoyed that also. We really enjoyed the sound of the drums and the cheering.
So this question's for the captain. So what specific areas do you feel, sorry, this is about season 87. So what specific areas do you feel does the team need to improve on to clinch onto a higher position this season? So
For me talaga, parang ang pinakakulang is yung consistency. There's this term na off-season and season. Tapos parang off-season, talagang naglalaylo lahat sa training to focus on their ACADS. And I mean, it's understandable naman na lahat tayo naghahabol ng GU. Kahit student athletes tayo, we still want that ating honors. But then, kahit off-season, it's important na we don't lose sight of our goal. Na, yeah, malayo pa yung UP and it's off-season right now. Pero we cannot completely lay low sa swimming. Like, at least, if you can't, kung hindi kayang immediate improvement, kahit unti-unting training na consistent so that you're still improving kahit off-season. So yeah, I guess what we really need to improve on is consistency lang kahit during off-season.
How do you balance the demands of being a student athlete, especially during such a crucial season?
Because for me personally, I have a really hard time waking up in the morning for training, or even after classes, I just want to go home and sleep, but I have to go to training. So, my inspiration is like my teammates because I guess I owe it to the team and I owe it to them to give my all, and so I use them as like an inspiration to like to show up because they do all the time. So why shouldn't I also? And even for like making sure I get enough sleep, I also appreciate swimming because it gives me the discipline to stay healthy and eat healthy and sleep early, and to discipline myself with studying efficiently and all of that, using my time properly. So I guess yeah, I appreciate swimming for that, and I use it as a motivation to continue doing well.
I think for me, as it may sound overly simplified, but I think for me it really comes down to time management and motivation. So for time management, you don't have a choice really. Like you have your academics, you have your season coming up, so it's really up to you how you're gonna fit those things in your day. It really requires you to sacrifice something sometimes, whether that be like hard work or your other social aspects. It's really a short sacrifice you have to make, especially for us since our season's only within a week. So when we think of it like in a broader perspective, it's really just sacrificing some things in your life for a few months and then being able to compete. And then for the motivation, I think, like what Pepe said, you always have to have motivation in your mind. So for someone like Pepe, it could be the team, or for other people, it could be you up itself. But you always have to have something to look forward to know that, okay, I'm aiming for this. And so to do this, I have to do these things now. And I think that's one thing that our team does. In our annual team building, our last day is always dedicated to goal setting. And we always make sure to set a goal that we're trying to achieve and the things that we're doing to achieve it. And I think because of that, we're able to identify what we need to do as both student athletes to be able to give our 100% to competing in UP.
why did you choose UP for your collegiate swimming career? And was there something specific about UP that drew you in?
But for me, ayun nga, makikita mo talaga yung UP crowds during the UAAP. And what really drew me in is yung feeling na, damn, I want to be part of that team. Parang, as an athlete, yun talaga yung support system na hinahanap ko. Na apart from support in terms of material stuff, um, yung team spirit na nakita ko nga sa BSD, that's what I'm really looking for in a team.
For me, my siblings also did competitive swimming, and both of them ended up in UP for swimming. Two of them ended up in UP for swimming. So I think towards the end of like high school, like I'd watch you up and I'd see like the team dynamic, like Ethan said. Parang it's really something that inspires you to keep swimming. Like, oh, I can be in this team, and so I want to swim for UP, and I want to be in the team. So I think for me that was the main driver of like swimming wise, UP has the best team, and then when you think of academics, UP is also the top school in the country. So it's parang you get academics and you get your athletics. So it's perfect for student athletes.
So how was your experience at UP shaped you both as a swimmer and as a person?
Okay, so I'm sure everyone can agree that UP has like the cultural experience of UP of meeting all sorts of people from different backgrounds and different cultures and backgrounds. It's what makes UP so unique as a university compared to others in the Philippines. So that's definitely shaped me with allowing me to be able to communicate and work with all kinds of people. And as an athlete, just it the team really pushes me physically in so many aspects. Like I remember during the pandemic when we couldn't swim in the pool yet, we would run around UP instead. And I would never run often. So there's just one day we had to run 5K around UP. That's the first 5K I did ever. And I didn't know I could do it because of the team. I was only able to do it because of the team. Like if I ran that by myself, I wouldn't even make it like halfway. So that's just one example. Or even just in daily training, everyone's just always motivating each other to keep going. So I think in those little ways, it's disciplined me and helped make me a better student athlete.
The way UP shaped me to become a better student athlete is yun din, to add what Pepe said. UP has a lot of people that around the Philippines, like you didn't know ba. And to add din sa swimmers din, like pagpasok pa lang as a freshie, like wala akong kilala dun as a na friend pa. Pero as time goes on, they become meaningful to me. And yun din. And as an athlete din, it molded me to become more disciplined than before than high school. Kasi like as the competition improves, and yun, I want to be better than as an athlete and as a person.
What advice would you give to young swimmers who aspire to join the UP swim team in the future?
For me, an advice that I think is fitting for people who want to join the swim team and to go to UP is really just keep an open mind. I think UP has its way of constantly keeping you humble and constantly throwing challenges in your face. Like it will get overwhelming, but then I think you really just need to keep an open mind and know that from the things that you're gonna experience, you're really gonna learn a lot. And like what Martin and Pepe said, like out of as you grow older in UP, these things will mold you to become a better version of yourself.
Same thing, basically the same idea. I was really gonna say exactly the same thing about keeping an open mind and being ready to get out of your comfort zone again because you're gonna be exposed to so many challenges and so many people. And, even little things like the registration system of like getting your classes and things like that. It's you can choose your own classes, all of that academic freedom and stuff. So you have all that freedom, but also the responsibility to use it properly.
And my other advice din to young swimmers is to be cons- be consistent lang on what you do talaga. And versatile din as a person. Kasi, since UP to talaga, and madaming tao, and yung classes mo, hindi siya, hindi siya fixed schedule. And, yun lang. Like, dapat maka-adjust ka sa schedule, sa oras, and sa mga people around you.
For me, my advice should be to trust the team because they're gonna be coming into UP through Bahas. So they're gonna be with the team first, and of course, trust yourself. Kasi again, ayun nga, sabi nila, there's gonna be a lot of challenges. Being a UP student is gonna require independence talaga. And for some, it might be, it might cause like, a culture shock na hindi pa nila na-experience yung ganong amount of independence back in high school. Kaya, when, if ever, ma-overwhelm sila sa bagong culture, sa environment dito sa UP, ayun nga, you just have to trust in the team na everyone's willing to help them naman and to trust in themselves na kaya nila yun. Yes, nakakabigla sa una, but you just have to trust na eventually masasanay ka rin and magulat ka na lang na, oh, I'm actually not just surviving but thriving here in UP.
So for the last question, what message do you have for the UP community as you enter this new season? So everyone will answer.
To the UP community.
Yeah.
Why?
You can look at the cameras. Kasi sila yung manonood ng video.
Yung masabi ko lang din is grateful din kami sa mga support ng UP sa mga consistent support ng UP community na binigay sa amin. Like, kahit may event kami, kahit may team event kami, mag-support pa rin yung UP. Kahit anong event yan. And yun na, we are grateful for the support and for the upcoming support.
Yeah, we are really grateful for your support and I hope that you guys will keep supporting us and we'll do our part din naman to make something out of your support by doing our best this coming UAAP.
To the UP community, I think the whole DST and other student athletes always are grateful for the support that you guys give. And yeah, all we can ask is really to continue supporting, win or lose. We're always fighting for the same cause, which is for UP. We'll see you in the games.
Yeah, thank you for the support and for the fundraising. I mean, for whatever. sorry. Okay, rewind. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so thank you for all the support you've given, and we hope that will make you proud and will make our school proud this coming November. So, see you stronger,
Better.
together.
Oh, wait, sorry. I did this.
Stronger,
Better.
together.